All right. Ever thought about the one organization that connects the entire Arab world? I mean, we're talking about a group that stretches all the way from the Atlantic coast of Africa clear over to the Arabian Sea. Well, today, we're going to break down exactly that: the history, the mission, and the incredible influence of the Arab League.
So, what is this organization? What group unites 22 completely different countries, linking the massive continents of Africa and Asia together under one flag? Yep, you guessed it. We're talking about the Arab League. And it's been a huge player on the world stage for, get this, over 75 years.
Okay, so to really wrap our heads around its global importance, we've got to start with the basics. What is the Arab League, really? At its core, the Arab League is basically a pact, a regional organization made up of Arab nations. Think of it as a forum where all these member states can get on the same page about political goals, supercharge their economic connections, and, of course, celebrate the culture and heritage they all share.
Now, you really have to think about when this all happened, because the timing is key. The League was founded in Cairo on March 22, 1945. I mean, just picture it. World War II is in its final chaotic months. Old empires are literally falling apart, a whole new world order is emerging, and there's this powerful wave of pan-Arabism building up. That was the moment these 6 founding members decided, okay, it's time to unite.
But of course, the League didn't just stay at 6 members. Not for long, anyway. Its influence and its membership just kept growing and growing over the next few decades. Fast forward to today, and that number has ballooned to 22 member states. It's really a testament to that original vision of a unified Arab world, right? So those were the original 6 founders. And right from the start, Egypt has been a major player. Not just because it was a founder, but also because it's the most populous country in the entire Arab League. That gives it a ton of cultural and political influence.
But hey, being a full member isn't the only way to be involved. There are also 5 other countries with a special status. They're called observer states. So, what exactly does that mean?
Well, these 5 nations, we're talking Armenia, Brazil, Eritrea, India, and Venezuela, they get a seat at the table. Now, they can't vote, but they can share their opinions and offer advice. It's actually a pretty smart way to connect the Arab world to other major global players, you know? It creates this bridge for talks about trade, security, all that good stuff.
Okay, so we know who's in the room, but what are they actually trying to do? What's the mission? What are the core goals that bring all 22 of these nations together?
If you look at the League's charter, it really boils down to a 3-part mission. First, it's all about building unity and making the relationships between members stronger. Second, it's about being a single, powerful voice for the entire Arab world out on the global stage. And maybe most importantly, it's supposed to be a peacemaker, a place to solve arguments within the family of Arab nations. To be fair, that last one has often been its biggest challenge.
Politics aside for a second, the sheer scale of the Arab League is just staggering. Let's take a look at its huge geographical and economic footprint.
I mean, just think about it. The member countries span 2 whole continents, Africa and Asia. That creates this incredibly diverse landscape. You've got these massive, dry deserts, but you also have some of the most lush, fertile lands on the planet, including the historic Fertile Crescent, the cradle of civilization that runs through Mesopotamia and the Levant.
And all that geography, it holds some serious economic power. For starters, the League is an absolute giant in the energy world. Its oil and natural gas reserves pretty much shape international markets. But it's not just about that. You've got a booming, modern telecommunications industry connecting the whole region to the world. And those fertile lands in places like Egypt and Sudan, they're a massive agricultural engine. So, with all this diversity, what's the cultural glue that holds it all together? Let's talk about the shared identity of the Arab League. Well, a huge piece of that puzzle is religion. Islam is the majority faith across pretty much the entire League, and that creates this really deep cultural bond that just cuts across borders. But at the same time, Christianity is the second largest religion, with these incredible historic communities that have been shaping the region for literally centuries.
But maybe the most powerful unifier of all is language. Arabic is the one official language of the Arab League. It's the common thread that makes communication, diplomacy, and a shared cultural conversation possible across all 22 member states, all the way from Morocco to Iraq.
Now, that's not to say it's the only language you'll hear. Of course not. Within different member states, you have other co-official or national languages like Somali and Berber. They're a perfect example of the rich, diverse linguistic tapestry of the region. And that brings us to one final thought to leave you with. The Arab League is so many things at once. It's a political force, an economic powerhouse, and a cultural touchstone. It's a bridge, both literally and figuratively, between Africa and Asia. So the big question we have to ask is, what role will this powerful organization play in shaping the rest of the 21st century?